Anonymous is not a name assigned to an individual. Instead, it's a collective name for a group of hacktivists who refer to themselves as anons. With no political or religious affiliation, the group opposes censorship and government control, targeting government agencies and organizations in their cyber attacks. Hey guys, and welcome back to your favorite YouTube channel, Who Is? Today we'll be uncovering the people behind the infamous V for Vendetta masks to understand just who the anons are and what their ultimate goal is. Before we begin, hit subscribe to receive all of our latest content. And with that, let's explore this hacktivist internet collective. Originating in 2003 via online image board 4chan, the group began as an internet-based non-extremist group looking to remedy the unanswered questions in society. The group had no leadership, no official social media handles, and was open to anyone joining. The group first gained notoriety in 2008 when they targeted the Church of Scientology. On 14th of January, a video produced by the church featuring Tom Cruise was released to the internet. The Church of Scientology called for the removal of the video due to copyright issues, which caused Anonymous to respond with Project CHANOLOGY. Aiming to protect the right to freedom of speech, Anonymous launched a war on Scientology and called to action large numbers of its members to protest outside Scientology venues. On the 10th of February in 2008, over 7,000 people gathered in protest throughout 93 cities worldwide. Sporting the Guy Fawkes mask, which has become synonymous with the group, anons engaged in protests that would continue in waves through March and April of the same year. Following Anonymous's first foray into the public eye, 2009 saw a dip in membership as the Church of Scientology strengthened their security and the group became reasonably placid. They didn't go unnoticed for long, however, when in 2010, Anonymous launched Operation Payback, in which they targeted Aplex Software in a DDoS attack. Aplex Software came to the attention of Anonymous as a company that worked alongside film studios to launch attacks on websites that infringed copyright. In response, Anonymous launched a DDoS attack on Aplex, shutting their website down for a day. DDoS stands for Distributed Denial of Service and is a tactic used by cybercriminals to overwhelm a network with so much traffic that it can no longer function. DDoS attacks have become commonplace within the Anonymous organization, along with hacking and carefully coordinated protests. Operation Payback continued when Sony came to the group's attention after taking legal action against George Hotz and Alexander Egorenkov in a move that Anonymous deemed to be breaching their freedom of speech. Subtitled #OpSony, the group successfully took down Sony's PlayStation Network and its related websites, along with targeting employees and harassing them. In December 2010, Anonymous shifted focus from attack to support when WikiLeaks came under intense scrutiny to stop publishing classified US documents. Anonymous rallied to support WikiLeaks by launching DDoS attacks on Amazon, PayPal, MasterCard, and Visa. Furthermore, when suspected leaker Chelsea Manning was transferred to Quantico and abuse allegations arose, Anonymous threatened to disrupt all activity at Quantico through cyber attacks and harassment that included exposing private information about its employees. After Operation Payback, Anonymous continued to diversify its attacks and targets. In 2011, the group took part in several activities that supported the Arab Spring movements in Tunisia. They created a script that Tunisians could utilize to protect themselves from government surveillance of their internet activities. Anons also launched a DDoS attack on the government websites of Tunisia. In February 2011, Aaron Barr, CEO of HB Gary Federal, announced that his team had successfully infiltrated Anonymous and committed to revealing his findings at a later scheduled press conference. In retaliation, Anon hacked Aaron Barr's account via HB Gary Federal and released an enormous cache of emails via Pirate Bay, simultaneously publishing a torrent of racial slurs on Barr's Twitter feed. Ultimately, this led Aaron Barr to announce his resignation before the end of the month. The Westboro Baptist Church has members who repeatedly demonstrate at funerals with signs reading "God hates fags." In 2011, the church received a message from Anonymous stating that they needed to cease their campaign or incur irreversible damage. The church responded by telling the group, whom they deemed a puddle of pimple-faced nerds, to bring it on. However, Anonymous denied contacting the group, citing that they support freedom of speech in all its forms. Anon dubbed the church professional trolls, accusing Westboro itself of creating the message as a lure. Following these high-profile attacks, Anonymous has continued to operate via million mask marches, homelessness awareness, anti-Islamic rallies, and police shootings. Following the death of George Floyd, the group was propelled back into the limelight as they released a hacking sequence believed to be responsible for the suspension of the Minneapolis PD website, also releasing the statement, "We are Legion. We do not forgive. We do not forget. Expect us." Early in 2020, the original masked vigilante was finally unveiled as Aubrey Cottle. During an Ask Me Anything session on Reddit, the founder cited his primary focus was to bring down the 4chan group QAnon. Rising to prominence through Donald Trump's presidency, QAnon is a far-right conspiracy theorist group that has published allegations that the world is run by a cabal of satanic pedophiles who conspired against Trump. Aubrey Cottle stated that, "Right now, my only end goal is to bring the QAnon game to a conclusion." Will that be the end of Anonymous? We think not. If Aubrey achieves his mission and decides to hang up his mask, the millions of followers he has amassed are sure to continue his work. Cottle has expressed that he would like his future followers to address the issues of privacy rights, big data, and corporations owning every aspect of your life. The masked vigilance will continue. We hope you enjoyed today's Who Is. If so, please hit the subscribe button to see our latest videos. And if you have a suggestion of who we should unmask next, please leave us a comment below.